here.
Ever wonder if the earth itself remembers? If old stone walls, silent forests, and forgotten houses carry echoes of moments long after the people have vanished? Some call them spirits, some call them hauntings. But what if ghosts are simply the memories of the earth? Tonight, we travel through history, across centuries, across continents, to explore how stories, science, and strange events have hinted at a world that remembers long before EMF meters, long before the word ghost even existed. In Japan, around the 900s AD, people believed in tsukumogami, ordinary objects that awakened after 100 years, carrying the emotions of everyone who touched them. A brush, a teapot, a lantern, becoming living memories of people long gone. Not spirits, but the earth, remembering through objects. Around the same time in medieval Scotland, between the 1100s and 1400s, stone castles were believed to behave like recorders, soaking up grief, war, and celebration, like the walls were storing human emotion, the way a tape stores sound. And in ancient India, texts from 500 BCE spoke of Bhumi Spandana, the vibrations of the land, echoes of intense events that never fully disappear. Across cultures, across centuries, one idea kept returning. The world remembers us. Let's step into real stories. York, England, 1953. A young plumber named Harry Martindale was repairing an old cellar. Beneath the treasurer's house, a building dating back to 1097. While working, he froze, because marching right in front of him were Roman soldiers, full armor, shields, but their bodies appeared from the knees upward, as if the floor was now higher than the ground they walked on. Later, excavations confirmed that the original Roman road lay exactly at that deeper level. Harry couldn't have known that. Was he seeing spirits, or a memory engraved into the stone by centuries of marching footsteps? Gettysburg, USA, 1863. One of the bloodiest battles of the American Civil War. Soldiers and visitors have reported, again and again, a man in a Union uniform appearing near the Devil's Den rocks, giving directions, then vanishing. In 1993, 2 photographers described the same encounter, almost word for word, with no way of knowing each other's stories. Residual memory? Or something living in the battlefield's scars? Science eventually stepped in. In 1892, British physicist Sir William Barrett collected accounts of ghostly figures, seen repeatedly in the same locations, doing the same actions for decades, sometimes centuries. These apparitions didn't respond to people, they didn't interact, they just replayed. Barrett proposed the residual haunting theory, the idea that intense emotions burn themselves into the environment like light burns onto a photographic plate. A haunting not of spirits, but of memory. A century later, geologists studying quartz-rich rocks in the 1980s found that they can store electromagnetic energy patterns for astonishingly long periods. Old temples in India, castles in Europe, and Victorian houses in America were often built on quartz-rich ground. Stone, the quietest thing in nature, may actually be the oldest memory device on Earth. Then came the brain experiments. Between 1983 and 1994, Canadian neuroscientist Dr. Michael Persinger ran thousands of tests using magnetic fields on the temporal lobe, the sea of memory and emotion. Participants, standing in a silent room, reported the same things: a presence behind them, a shadow beside them, a figure leaning over their shoulder, not because something was there, but because their brain began playing back memories triggered by electromagnetic fields, sometimes matching the history of the place. Let's travel again, this time to Bhangarh Fort, Rajasthan, 1573. The town was cursed, according to legend, after a sorcerer named Singhia died under the collapsing fort walls. Today, locals avoid the area after sunset. Visitors report hearing anklet sounds, faint laughter, and shadows walking through ruins where no one lives anymore. Is it a spirit, or a place replaying its most intense moment? One more. Aokigahara Forest, Japan, at the base of Mount Fuji. For centuries, even mentioned in texts from the 1700s. Travelers reported hearing voices calling their names despite being completely alone. Modern hikers describe the same patterns, the same voices, the same points in the forest, a loop, a replay, like the land itself is whispering old stories. Everyday life makes it simpler. We all walk into rooms that instantly feel peaceful, as if the place remembers kindness. And we all step into spaces that feel heavy, crowded, even if no one is there. Maybe that's not imagination. Maybe that is memory. So, are ghosts the memories of the earth? Maybe not. But here's a thought. Every moment we live leaves a trace behind. Footsteps on ancient stone, cries on a battlefield, laughter in an old courtyard, grief in a silent room, all carve themselves into the fabric of this world in ways we barely understand. And some memories are simply too loud for the universe to forget. In the end, ghosts might not be spirits haunting us. They might be the echoes of life, trying to replay themselves, like the earth whispering, "I remember." This is Ever Wonder, where we explore the unseen, the unanswered, and the mysteries that float between story and science. In the next episode, we continue our journey through the unknown, one question at a time.